Who deserves it next against Jon Jones? Stipe's got some of the cleanest boxing. He's got some of the best wrestling. But we're talking about Stipe in his prime. Stipe is sitting at a solid 41 years old now. Next option, Tom Aspinall. This dude could be a problem for Jon Jones. And people are saying Jon Jones avoided it. I guarantee you Jon Jones isn't looking at that fight thinking. Our next option here is Alex Poatan Pereira. One thing with Alex Pereira, he has that real tall stance. And if Jon Jones puts him on his back, I think Pereira would have a tough time getting up. But Pereira's a stud. One mistake with Pereira and you're sleeping, looking at the lights. If I had to pick right now, I feel like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. In this video, we're talking about the GOAT. The GOAT, Jon Jones. And what's next? Who deserves it next against Jon Jones? We're talking about Jon Jones here, baby. 36 years old, 27-1. Might as well consider him 28-0. His last fight was March 4th, 2023 versus Cyril Gane. Then Dominic Reyes, then Thiago Santos, then Anthony Smith, and then Alexander Gustafsson, then Ovince St. Preux, then Daniel Cormier, then Glover Teixeira, Alexander Gustafsson, Chael Sonnen. I mean, come on. The first answer would be Stipe Miocic. Stipe is sitting at a solid 41 years old now. 6'4", 234. I think skill-wise, top to bottom, someone who can defend Jon Jones's takedown would be Stipe. Stipe's got some of the cleanest boxing. He's got some of the best wrestling. But we're talking about Stipe in his prime. He's 2-2 in his last 4. His last fight was 2021. So we're talking a solid 3 years ago. His last fight versus Francis when he got KO'd. But that's probably good that he took a break after that KO. Took a break, let his brain reset. Hopefully he's healthy. I would love to see that fight. I think Stipe deserves it. Everyone forgets how dominant Stipe was. At one point, his win streak was Mark Hunt, Andrei Arlovski, Fabricio Verdum, Alistair Overeem, Junior Dos Santos, Francis. And that fight versus Francis was pretty epic. So 20-4, Stipe, I'd love to see it. I mean, if he doesn't take that fight, who else is Stipe gonna fight? He's got to be holding out for that fight. So there's a good chance that's what it is. Next option. Are you injured? Have you been looking for a personal injury law firm that knows how to fight for your rights? Introducing the law firm that's literally got your back, Phillips Law Group, the kings of personal injury litigation. With over $1 billion for their clients, they've got the experience for your case. Since 1993, they've been trusted and recommended since all over the nation, and over 1,800 plus Google reviews. You know I'm not messing around. And here's the best part. Exclusively for my listeners, they're offering free legal advice, and that gets spendy, but free for our listeners. Call the line 602-388-1669, and their team of legal professionals will be there to guide you through the craziest legal situations. These guys are the best. They took care of me when I hurt my Achilles and got me this scooter to get around. And they will help you too. Phillips Law. Trust me, you need Phillips. We got Tom Aspinall, who's at a young, spry 31 years old, and he's 6'5", 262 pounds. He's got a 14-3 record, and he's on a 2-fight win streak against Sergey Pavlich. He KO'd him. Marcin Tybura TKO'd him. He ended up losing against Curtis Blades when he popped his knee out. Then Volkov, then Sergey Spivak, Andrei Arlovski. This dude's a problem. This dude's a serious problem just because of how athletic he is, how springy he is, how fast he is. This dude could be a problem for Jon Jones. And people are saying Jon Jones avoided it. I guarantee you Jon Jones isn't looking at that fight thinking, oh, I want to avoid that fight. When you're the greatest of all time like Jon Jones and you have the resume of him, he's looking at these fights as, where can I beat this guy? Where can I beat this guy? Can I take this guy down? Can I keep him at range? Tom Aspinall is so explosive, though. He can cover distance so fast. This is a fight I would love to see, because what do we got with Jon Jones? One more fight, possibly 2 more fights with Bones Jones. So if he takes out Tom Aspinall, it's like hard to deny him. Our next option here is Alex Poatan Pereira, who is on a 3-fight win streak. Just KO'd Jamal Hill, fresh. TKO'd Yuri Prochazka, fresh. Had this decision against Jan Blachowicz, who's a big wrestler too. Probably not quite as good and as slick as Jon Jones, obviously. Jon Jones just has those really good eyes. He's really good at his range. He's really just slick, good with his timing on his takedowns. So, yeah, he's on a 3-fight win streak. 3-fight win streak, 10-2, 36 years old, 6'4", 205. I mean, realistically, going against Jon Jones, I bet he'd walk in the cage around 235. 235, 236, looking stout. One thing with Alex Pereira, he has that real tall stance. And if Jon Jones puts him on his back, I think Pereira would have a tough time getting up with those basic get-ups. Jon Jones, especially so strong, so powerful, so good at jiu-jitsu. I think if he put Pereira on his back, he'd have a tough time getting up. But Pereira's a stud. That's another one. He's definitely always got a puncher's chance. He could crack Jon Jones. You never know. One mistake with Pereira, and you're sleeping, looking at the lights. I'm curious to what you guys think. If I had to pick right now, I feel like Stipe deserves it. He deserves the chance at that fight. But he hasn't fought in 3 years. And I know he's being a fireman. He's probably living his life. But who knows? If he's doing things right, he could be healthier than he's ever been. Taking a break, giving his head a break. And like I said, he poses a big threat to Jon Jones just because of his wrestling. His wrestling's so good. Back in the day, I was in Cleveland and I watched him spar an ex-heavyweight champion boxer. I watched him spar him for 10 rounds. And the guy can box. He can box very well. All these guys are a threat to Jon Jones, but like I said, Jon Jones is the GOAT for a reason. He's made so many animals look bad, and he's taken them out. He's taken them out. So I'm curious to what you guys think. What do you guys think's next for Johnny Bones Jones? He tweeted earlier that he's got who it is. He knows who it is, and all three of those I'd be excited for. The most excited for maybe Tom Aspinall. But still, Pereira I would be just as excited for. Stipe I'd almost be just as excited for. But let me know what you guys think. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment you guys think below. And hope you guys have a good day. Follow me on Snapchat. I'm Snapchatting my days. Let's end this with a little drum. Refreshment. Thankful for all you guys watching the YouTube. We're growing, and I'm having a good time doing it. So, bye-bye.